Right, ready to go? Okay. Go ahead and start this. Start. Where's my PowerPoint at? Oh, music. Perfect. Okay. Please find your seats and we'll go ahead and get started with the meeting. Okay, while everybody's finding their seats, I would like you to turn your attention to the PowerPoint. We paid a really high dollar graphic design artist to come in and design this new one. What do y'all think? Is it pretty? It was me. It was me. I did it. Anyways, y'all are like, we spent all that money? No. But anyways, we spiced it up a bit. So we'll go and get started with our regular stuff. We don't have any public forum. So we'll go ahead and get started with our moment of silence. And since we'll be eating, if you'd like to observe this time to thank whoever for the food, please go ahead. All right, excellent, thank you. Okay, Pledge of Allegiance. I foresaw this would happen. It appears we do not have a flag in the area. Again, it's always... Elizabeth has one. Excellent. And, let's see. The soon-to-be, maybe, the soon-to-be Commissioner of Elections will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Wait, hold on. To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. That was a bit. Why don't you start? All right. Sports. Okay, we'll get rolling. Roll call. Do we have anything?
Yeah. Tomorrow. Here. David Black. Here. Emily Here. Heidi Willard. Here. Anna Sosa. Jalea. Dave Freeman. Here. Audrey Smith. Warren Hayes. Trevor Fortier.
Trevor, do you hear your name being called? Because you're talking. Shh. Please. Well, we're calling the roll, so be quiet.
Drew. Harrison. Stephanie. Brennan. Federico. Lauren. Camden. Haley. Abram. Ian. Alyssa. Allie. Max.
Here.
Wait, other Max.
Here.
Daniela. Here's Ankit. Andrew Turner.
Here.
Bonnie. Caroline. Clifton. Yep. Christiana. Colby. Here. Haley. Jaders. Wait, is Haley here? Oh, yeah, Haley. Demetrius. Did he say here? Ryan Mora. Y'all speak up a little bit. Taylor Brewer. Monet. Tyler. McMullen. Colin.
Here.
Emmy. Sarah. Max Broussard.
Here.
Kylie Pepper. Annalise. Lindsay. Here. Roy.
Here.
Abi. Abi.
Here.
Caroline Dupree. Liz Hurd. Marshall. Victoria Phillips. Dahlia. Morgan. Nathan. Ethan. Caroline Cancella. Kylie Brain. Malin Brain. So sorry. Sydney. Jacob. Garrett. Anna. Kinsley. Kelly. Emily. Emily Ide. Allison Cowan. Abigail Pierce. Sam Pitts. Angelica. Sarah. Dalton. Jordan Smith. Gabe Walker. Amanda Waller. Samantha. Ellie. Landry Wade. Gracie Avery. Kate.
Quiet, please. We're calling the roll. Good Lord.
Colin. Davis. Bronson.
Here.
Kyle.
Here.
Gwyneth. Dan.
Here.
Palmer.
Here.
James. And Victoria.
All right, excellent. All right, we'll continue on the Madam President's report. Oh, we're gonna go ahead and eat. Okay, so how do we want to do this? All right, y'all over there, those tables, y'all can go ahead and start getting food. And we will go ahead and roll on with our reports while y'all are getting food. So while we're doing that, though, please be quiet because we will be giving reports. So. Oh, I thought we were doing it. Never mind. Get some food. Well, he's just got all kinds of stuff pulled up, and I don't want to shoot.
Oh, break all those windows. I thought you meant those windows.
Also, we're live streaming. I don't know how to.
You can watch the seat.
Oh, wait.
actual meeting. Y'all can keep eating. Okay. Wait, is there a way to like make it bigger so you can see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Does it mess it up for them?
It did mess up. Just keep talking.
All right, so I just wanted to remind everybody, since it's a game of new quarter, fall quarter was great. I'm so proud of y'all. Y'all did so many new things. Y'all did so many things differently that we've done before, and y'all continued some traditions that we've had for a really long time. But I just wanted to remind y'all of kind of like our mantra. Our goal is bettering the experiences of students where they are, no matter the mandate or any external conditions, and being proactive and not reactive. I also wanted to bring that up because we have 2 new members of SGA. All right, and I'm going to ask them to stand up, Sam Pitts and Abigail Pierre. All right, y'all 2, can y'all introduce yourselves? Just say your name, where you're from, and your major, and what class you're in. Stand up, Sam. Abigail, you go first. And how old you are?
Drop Biddy, her.
All right, yay! Also, I just want to encourage y'all. I think I don't want apathy to ever be a trend in SGA, and I think sometimes as you get into a busy quarter and school kind of overfloods you, I just want you to remember the commitment that you made to SGA and all that good stuff. And so as we start this new quarter, I want everybody to be involved in their department. It's not all your director's job to do the work of your department. Did everybody hear that? It's not only your director's job to do the work of your department. It takes everybody in your department. And senators, let's get to talking to the students, because let's write meaningful legislation. And let's spread it out throughout the whole quarter and not just at the very end. Y'all did a great job with all the legislation that you wrote and that you created together, but let's try to get some more meaningful legislation this quarter. Yeah, yeehaw. Cabinet directors, I am going to need, I want all of your dates for this quarter by Christmas, and I have a list of specific things that I saw in your wrap-ups and your winter outlines that I'm going to send in your group meets. That way Elizabeth can get all that added to the calendar. There were some new ideas, cabinet members, in your winter outlines that I thought were so awesome, so I wanted to shout out a few. Sports promo, y'all had some really good new ideas. Environmental action, coming out of recycling, doing some new stuff. So I just wanted to shout out everybody. Elections, wherever y'all are at, y'all had some new biz in there, so that's cool. So y'all always try to make new things. One thing that Airmark approached me about was a secret shopper. So basically what that is you would go into the caf for 2 meals, so lunch and dinner, and they would put DB on your account and if you don't have a meal plan, and you'd basically just go to their office after and review the meal. So if you're interested in that, shoot me a text. I'm also going to improve about texting y'all back this quarter. Yay! So y'all text me. Wait. All right, so I'm going to give a presentation in a minute after everybody gives their reports about some Centennial Plaza improvements that some of y'all have seen modified before, but I'm going to give y'all some in-depth stuff so I can just kind of feel y'all out, how y'all are feeling about it, and y'all's opinions on it. And also, if you have an eye for seeing things that could be improved, like cosmetically, if you're like maintenance type deal, or if you're design oriented and you would want to walk around with an alumni and kind of help him kind of see those things out, because that's kind of his vibe too. Also shoot me a text, email me, come see me, whatever, because that's an opportunity that they want some SGA members to be involved in. So yeah. Also, Gage, okay. Wait, I got it. So I'm not going to be in my office as much as usual this quarter because I have to do my internship this quarter for, to graduate. That's disgusting. So these are my new office hours, and I'll send them in the group meeting so y'all can know too. But this is when y'all can see me. Fridays are going to be the best days because I'm going to be there all day. Okay. All right. If y'all have any other questions, just hit me up. And now I'm going to turn it over to Gagey. Also, Merry Christmas. Y'all so cute. Love it.
All right, yay. Okay, so my report is aimed mostly at senators. We have a few administrative things that are changing. But before we dive into the administrative side of that, I kind of want to talk to you about, I know they're out of order, but it looked good, the goals that I have for you. So last quarter, it was great. Senators, you did an amazing job. We had bills and we had resolutions on the floor. We had a town hall, and students were engaged and all kinds of good stuff. However, I still think there are some misconceptions about the role of a senator. It's not aimed at any individuals directly, but basically I'm trying to tell you, if you're offended by anything that I say, you probably have to fix something, right? If you're not, and you agree, then good, right? So I want to start off by saying this. Do I have any senators that are pre-law majors? Okay, great. So one of you two guys will answer this question. I don't know what type you are going into. Family, okay. Pretend now that you're a defense attorney, okay? I'm sure you're familiar with that concept. Good. And I'm sure everybody else is from watching cop shows, right? If I'm convicted of a heinous crime and I get either a court appointed or I get you to be my attorney, would you say that in a legal setting you represent me? Yes, right? So you represent me. In the courtroom, you're speaking on my behalf to the court, and you speak on all things, and you have to represent my interests, right? Good. With that being said, do you think it's required that you speak to me to know what my interests are when you represent my interests? Do you think you would meet with your client? Okay, thank you for the it's understood that you would meet with your client, right? And that goes with all industries. With our engineers, if you're working on a new project and you have a client and you're representing their interests, would you meet with them to speak with them about those things? Yeah, we can broaden this to all of our different fields, right? So while we're being quiet and we're listening and we're continuing on, we see that to represent someone, you have to speak to them to learn their interests, right? Senators, you are here representing the interests of someone else who is not here, right? So you have no way of doing that if you don't speak to them, okay? So my biggest goal for this quarter is for you to go out and to speak with your constituents. Reach out to your constituents. We had Senator Pearson started off great. Where's Senator Pearson at? There you are. Send an email out. Easy as that. The reason I wanted you all in the first quarter as our different, I think it was our caucus, our different college caucuses, you sent out an email. Mainly, I wanted you to do that to see how easy it is. It's 2 clicks, it's a couple minutes typing a paragraph, and now all those students are exposed to who their person is, right? Who is their representative and what it is about. The second thing is, you'll notice every time we go different places and we talk about SGA, we always start off with talking about the importance of SGA. Whenever a U.S. Senator comes, if we had a senator come in that's from the United States Senate, would they have to explain the importance of the Senate? No. We all know the importance of the Senate. Why? Because they do important things, right? The reason we have to explain our legitimacy and explain our importance is because oftentimes, to the majority of the student body, we don't do things that are all that important to everybody, right? So the biggest thing that I can tell you specifically to the Senate, meaningful stuff. We've talked about we want meaningful legislation. And it's kind of unfair that we continue telling you that without describing what that meaningful legislation looks like. Right? So with that being said, can someone kind of describe to me, and no wrong answers here, give me some attributes of the word meaningful. What would make something meaningful? It doesn't have to be just a bill, just anything. Anybody can answer it. If I did something that was meaningful, what would be some attributes of that thing? Helpful, beneficial, impactful, good. Is that something that's going to affect me over the short term, or is meaningful going to go a longer way? A longer way, right? So when we're thinking about legislation, we're not trying to solve just an issue right now, just a little niche issue, right? Some very specific issue right now. Of course, that is our goal, to fix those problems and to help the student body. But when we're talking about meaningful legislation, we're encouraging you to go out, speak to your constituents, and find those big problems that require someone in a formal body who has a direct line of communication with the administration of the university to fix, right? Not all those issues will be fixed with bills. They won't all be fixed with resolutions. And not everything that comes across your table is necessarily meaningful. Just because the student body said that doesn't mean that, ooh. So I encourage you to go out and investigate those things, dig into them. If somebody comes up to you, and do your research, right? That leads into my next thing. When we're talking about administrative topics in meeting, right? In meetings going forward, we will now allow for the committee chair. We just hadn't had that process yet. Any bill over $1,000 or extremely complex will go to a committee, and it must pass that committee. The committee chair, after it passes, will be able to present it to the full Senate before it is considered. Okay? I just was something we didn't work out logistically, and that's part of my fault because of the rushed nature of the thing, because of me. Right? But we're going to do that this quarter. The second thing is when we do that presentation, we're not going to have the question period like we usually do. We're going to cut that out. The exec has all agreed that that is just kind of I wouldn't say a waste of time, but it's primarily senators who can ask it during a formal session later on, right? Where we can kind of gauge, is this really debate? Is that a loaded question? So it kind of takes it off of me, and I'm not the person saying, is that a loaded question? Because when you're in debate, you can either debate or you can ask a question. It can have an angle. It doesn't matter, right? So the second thing is, I encourage our senators to do your research outside of the Senate meeting. This is great. University Hall is great. The agendas and stuff that we send out is great, and having a formal meeting is awesome. It doesn't amount to a hill of beans. If we met every single weekday and we went to formal session and every single one of you were experts on Robert's Rules of Order, that'd be fantastic. But it wouldn't amount to a hill of beans, right? It doesn't matter. It's not, what's the word we're looking for? What do we want to be? Meaningful. It's not meaningful, right? Unless we have things to do. And the only way we have things to do is by meeting with your constituents, reaching out and doing things meaningful, okay? So, I'm saying all that to say this, do your research before meeting. You see the agenda being sent out. When do I send it out? Sunday evening or Monday morning. That's enough time on the complexity of these bills that we have. We don't have, 1,000-page spending bills. We have usually 2 pages, 3 pages, maximum of a couple $1,000s of something, right? Enough time for us to investigate, okay? So, I encourage you, senators, do your homework before you come to meeting. Where's Walker at again? Walker, last meeting, for the bills that were on the table, he had a whole paragraph, he had a whole notebook, not a whole notebook, but a whole page in a notebook full of questions, full of concerns, full of things he was going to discuss. I'm excited for Mr. Pearson to continue his role in SGA if his constituency sees fit, right? Because he's a hard-working senator. And I would encourage you all to do that, right? Do your homework, come prepared for meeting, so that you're not having to find out and learn the complexities of bills in meeting. Second thing is, I'm not campaigning for your bills or your resolutions. That's not my job. The success of your bill does not matter on me. All that I do is make the PowerPoint, I format your thing, and I get it to meeting, and it has the signatures on it. I'm not responsible for campaigning for your bills, right? We may have some special interest in one that we may speak to senators about, but other than that, though, it's on you guys to go and talk. So if you think this is going to be kind of contentious, this may bring up some debate, I don't want to, face all that in meeting at one time, I'm going to go out and I'm going to say, hey, what do you think of this? Hey, I want to run this by you. Go talk to your peers and campaign for your legislation like you would in an actual governing body, okay? So don't blame me if your bill doesn't pass, but we haven't had this issue yet. Okay, and then finally, this is a smaller thing, but we have been doing this where we pile everything up at the end, and then we motion to suspend the rules to vote on it now. Okay, going forward, unless, and I'll explain why, so before you jump at me, but unless there is a extremely urgent emergency matter that is deemed appropriate by the president and myself for a bill to be passed, I will not entertain motions to suspend the rules to pass a bill immediately. The reason the $1,000 spending thing is in there that puts a bill off for a while is because it makes you think, right? We're spending student dollars that are coming from students' pockets. So we need to take some time and think about that, right? We don't want to rush things along. The way I will not entertain those, if anybody's pulling out the Robert's Rules of Order, is by ruling it dilatory. A dilatory motion is a motion that is interpreted by the chair to do nothing but go against the order of the meeting, right, or the order of the body, okay? So that's something new going forward, and we're not going to entertain those motions. So you can expect a delay of a week for all things over 1,000. So do some planning, right? If we only have one meeting left of the quarter and you bring a bill that's worth $1,000, you can expect the first meeting in the next quarter to bring it up, okay? So I think that's all for the goals of winter quarter. We want to be meaningful, we want to be purposeful, we want to deliberately use our time, use our resources, reach out to people, okay? So that was not a coming down on, that was more of an encouragement. We're doing great work, but we have to continue and we have to do more great work, right? Are there any questions regarding any administrative changes, senators? Excellent. Good. Yes. So there's not a necessary, so just in the winter quarter. We will be working as an exec we're doing some event for all senators later on during SGA week. So we're gonna be working on that. But I just think it doesn't have to be formal. The reason that I'm not getting involved in that specifically, because if I throw, a certain college into an area where they may not visit or they may not go to, or there's nothing there that I provided that they're interested in, I feel like the different specific caucuses, like you would know what education people would want. If they'd be encouraged to come if I had this and this, right? And the planning of that. And I also want to put the responsibility of you guys to, be senators from each other. So there's no specific deadline. Just I encourage you to do that. And if you don't do it, I'm not going to, fire you or something because I can't do that. But anyways, yes, ma'am. $1,000. That was myself and the executive. Any other questions? Great. Okay, that leads to my next thing. My primary mode of contact is my email, gjm009@lawtech.edu, and I encourage you to email me, right? Because I get lots of texts from from the airport, things like that just blow my phone up to oblivion, and it'll just fall into other things. Please don't, you see GroupMe's not up there, please don't GroupMe message me. I see it, I click on it, and it disappears. I don't know what's wrong with it, but I hate GroupMe. Please do not GroupMe message me. You can even @ me at the GroupMe if you have a question. I can answer it, okay? But don't direct message me. Email me or you can come see me. Now, my office hours are by appointment only. Due to the nature of flight instructing, my schedule is different every single day. One day I'll be going from 8 to 9. The next day I'll be in the office, right, for an extended period of time. So it's by appointment only by the virtue of I would hate for you to go all the way out there to meet with me and I'm not there. So I encourage you to reach out to either one of those modes of communication and see, hey, Gage, you're going to be available tomorrow at whatever time, okay? So I know that was not the most enthusiastic report, but I'm excited for this quarter, and we've got fall out the way. Now we're in the winter. Senators, we have 2 out of the 3 left. So we've got to turn up the heat and we've got to get some work done. So anyways, thank you for the applause. Thank you. Okay, Ty.
All right, that was fun. How's everybody doing? Anyway, forgot what I was up here to say. Oh, my office hours are on the screen if you need them. Hopefully I'll be in the office at those times. Once again, please come talk to me before you spend any money. I'm going to talk about really quick the messages that Wes sent over break about spending, because I'm sure that confused a lot of y'all, and I did my best to elaborate on it and clear it up I think I just sent that message to the Senate. But essentially, we've reached our expenditure limit for Amazon this year, unfortunately. So as quickly as we would have been able to get certain things that would normally come from Amazon, we just won't be able to go about it that way. It doesn't mean that we can't spend any money at all. It doesn't mean that we don't have a way to buy things. It just means we have to do things a little bit differently. Me and Wes are both going to be trying to, figure it out as we go along. So please just bear with us. There's a lot of things that if you would get it from Amazon, please come and talk to me well in advance, because like I said, our process has changed. So it's going to take longer to get certain things, and there's not really going to be any like, oh, we have this event next week and we forgot to get this. Can we order it from Amazon so that it's here on time? We just don't get to do those things anymore. A lot of things are still going to be purchased the same way, thankfully. Anything on campus is still good. A lot of stuff that we can receive invoices for that aren't Amazon are still good. So we do a lot of like trophies and plaques from Champion Trophies. They're still good. Flowers, there's certain things that you can get from other places that they can invoice us and it's not a problem to pay it, just like it has been in the past. Ultimately, it's just Amazon. The specific items, that varies. So we have to do a really good job of communicating winter and spring quarter about what we need and when we need it by, so that we can get things done in a timely manner, and so that we have enough time to figure it out and make sure that we can do things the way that we would prefer to do them. So, any questions? Okay, thanks.
Hey everybody. Do y'all know what elves learn in school? The alphabet. Merry Christmas. Anyway, okay, so. Alrighty, first things first, my office hours are posted. If y'all walk by the back desk at any given point though, like 9 times out of 10 I'll probably be there. Cause I live far away and I don't like to go home. So I'm available all the time. Do your office hours or else. And then some important dates we have coming up. We have the Aspire dedication tomorrow. Woo! That's the new monument in front of the College of Business. For anybody who doesn't know, they're doing a big dedication. Hey, y'all, listen up. They're doing a big dedication tomorrow. They're gonna have like free coffee and everything, and it's gonna be at 2 o'clock. So if y'all get the chance, if y'all aren't in class or y'all are, what? Yeah, that'll be here. Y'all all come out there tomorrow, show your faces. There'll be pictures and everything. So be in the background. It'll be fun. Another day we have coming up is Undeck the Tall. That's going to be on January 4th from 2 to 4, same time as Deck the Tall. And speaking of Deck the Tall, thank y'all so much to everybody who came out there. I'm sure Campus Activities is going to talk a little bit more about that, but it was awesome. Everything was great, and that's all thanks to you guys. And then lastly, we finally have Big Event finalized, so y'all get excited for that. Big Event is going to be on April 23rd. There's going to be a lot going on that weekend, so y'all make sure that y'all have y'all's calendars marked for that because it's a mandatory event for everyone in SGA. And y'all are going to kind of be the leaders of a lot of the different groups and stuff that we'll have. So we really need all hands on deck with that. That's why we're letting y'all know so far in advance. But yeah. And on that note, whoops. You go to record? You don't have to. You don't have to. I'm glad to take you.
Here, does the advisor have a report? The advisor's not, oh, he doesn't have a report. Okay, cabinet reports. Any cabinet members have a report?
They're gonna go after me, so it's good.
Do any cabinet members have a report they'd like to make? Oh, we'll go this way. So, Max, go ahead.
Just want to say thank y'all again for coming out to the tour. Decorating, all of them, great. If you haven't been there yet, love to see y'all back in that tour. That's great. Yeah. More information on this coming Friday next week.
All right, thank you. Okay, moving on, we'll go to this table here.
Next Monday, so December 13th, we're doing a campaign drive for CCA. They don't have free. So we are going to do that for them. We will have free coffee for the grand campaign. So for coffee, so they will free if you will. So yeah, I'll come up and bring campaign. So.
That was good. Beans for beans, I like that. Okay, sports, I guess. Sports?
Okay, we have a big weekend for basketball. Friday, women's basketball against Sam Houston at 6:30 at home. And then on Saturday is men's basketball against ULL at 11. And the first, oh yeah, the first 500 students go and I get free snacks. It's no tax.
Are they gonna come for you?
Probably.
No. Well.
What are you gonna do? Fire him?
LSU versus Louisiana. So, like a lot of Texas students go because
All right. Thank you. Okay, we're going this way here. So, Kelly, do you have something? Okay, Kelly, and we'll listen to Kelly quietly. Go ahead, Kelly.
Okay, first of all, yay, I have new members, so oh my gosh, y'all introduce yourselves, make me feel happy and loved and already loved me so much. I have three little things. One, it's like kind of not just organization that has a website. Make sure that your website is aligned with Louisiana Tech Learning Plan. If you're confused about that, go to brand.latech.louisiana. Second, we would really love it if whenever there's an event, that y'all would share the graphic for the event, like beans for beans, is up in the Google Drive, Sam, one of my members, working that today, with who, he did a great job. And that's what we've got, so y'all be sharing the graphic for the event, because, you know, we don't come in, you know, so on, so last and final thing, senators. When you are talking to students and reaching out to students and creating these ideas to talk to students, make sure that you're thinking about it from a PR standpoint. So by that I mean to protect the government brand and the health tech. So make sure that you're thinking about proactive ways to talk to students. Town halls are amazing, but proactive and great ways that we can continue to have a positive relationship with student body, not a and then, yay, love y'all so much.
Thank you, Kelly. Okay, I guess nobody else. Ethan, go ahead.
I got some two things. Department directors, if you guys have any questions that you want to be added to like a quarter poll, that we do, we'll be doing that at the beginning of January. We'll be doing that. So please get those questions to us if you specifically want to know something. Another thing that we're going to be doing is we're revamping political action week. So if you guys have any ideas or any way that you want to participate in that, a couple of things that we'll be looking into doing with higher education account, where if you like on top of the lobby feedback groups, you guys can come up with them also this year lobby as well. That we can talk about, you know, what funding is. Other than that, that's all I have.
Thank you, Ethan. Woo! Okay. Gracie first, and then.
I just wanted to remind y'all that, like, in your departments, if y'all can leave things that you can involve CLC in, let me know. Lindsay texted me the other day with, like, a list of things that community services is doing within the next few weeks. And I really don't know CLC, and they're excited about being involved in something like that, like doing vendors or just within the department, just let me really know things that they can do.
Thank you. All right. Bronson, go ahead.
Alright, so it sounds like a lot of y'all have already read the email, because y'all actually detail emails, great. But, so last quarter when I was building the SGA website, I had a couple boards come to me and say, how do you do that? Can you do that? And I said, I will get back to y'all. So, this quarter, we're gonna be, giving the same tools that I use to make the SGA website to all organizations on campus. And if you are a part of a board that wants to be a part of that, all you need to do is just go to the SGA website and under resources, hit board website request, however I worded it. And then those will all be, we will be putting that
Thank you. Guys, if I can use the website tool, you don't have to be a cyber engineering expert like myself or Bronson. I'm kidding. Like Bronson to be able to use it. I do a lot of stuff on the website, and I'm not very proficient in coding and things like that. So I encourage you to do it for your org. It's pretty cool. Anyways, okay. Any other captains have a report? I think we have a fun Kahoot of some side. Oh, we do have another one? Do we not have another one? Okay, Kahoot, let's go.
Hey, hey.
I sent a poll in the group meeting. You have by the end of our report to go like fill that out. At the end of the report, I'm gonna like say who has the best Christmas sweater.
Up here, when your directors are giving your reports or the senators are giving your reports, please give them your attention because they worked really hard on the things that they're talking about. And you did sign up to be here in this meeting, so the least you could do is listen to them. So thank you. But I'm going to send the link in the group me, and y'all can, there's going to be like a paragraph spot that you can vent, do whatever. But I just need you to answer multiple choice questions for my benefit.
Thank you. All right, thank you, Kiara. Okay, let's see here. I already did that. Any committees have a report? I don't think we have committee meetings. Do any committees want to announce when they're meeting? Their meeting? Anybody set in stone that? No? Okay. Well, next meeting, I'm sure you will. We have any senators have a report? Okay. Yes, sir. Awesome. Thank you. All right. Senator Bender. Excellent, thank you. All right, do the other senators have a report? Yes, sir.
College and education director, we're working on a pop shop. It's gonna be hats and sweatshirts and t-shirts.
All the essentials. Good. All right, do any other senators have a report? All right, hearing no other Senate reports, we'll move on with business. That would adjourn our general meeting. We'll move on just straight into the Senate meeting. You ready, Elizabeth, over there? You ready? Ready to go for Senate? So we're going to make this as brief as possible. We only have 2 real items of business. But anyways, we'll go ahead and move into that as soon as Elizabeth says she's ready. So the first item, do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda to include the previous meeting minutes on the meeting of the 9th and approval of the agenda? We have a motion, and Senator Bender. Yeah, that's the consent agenda. So thank you, Senator Sanford, for the motion, and second. Thank you. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll move on. All those in favor say aye. Aye. The opposed? All right, motion carries. The ayes have it. The consent agenda is approved. We have no old business. We'll now move into new business. Item 5A on the agenda, those both say A, I'm not sure why. Item 5A on the agenda, consideration of the proposed winter quarter budget. Would there be a motion to approve the winter quarter budget? Yes? We have a motion. Do we have a second? We have a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. And the opposed? The ayes have it. The motion is carried. All right. Now on to item 5B of the agenda, consideration of the president's nomination of Mr. Ethan Bartolina to the office of the Commissioner of Elections. In accordance with SGA bylaws, this must be approved by a 2/3 vote of the Student Senate. Is there a motion to approve? We have a motion from Senator Sanford. Is there a second? We have a motion and second. Is there any discussion regarding this nomination? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. And the opposed? The ayes have it. The motion is carried. Congratulations, Commissioner. All right. And with that, the Senate is adjourned. Thank you.
Good to meet you.
I'm well.
That's good.